When it comes to empowerment, the boy child is in most occasions left behind. Fred Wanamambi, chairperson of Young Life Africa Children's Home, has decided to fill the gap by providing opportunities for the male child.
I'm the current manager of a humble children's home called Young Life Africa Children's Home. It's located in Ruiru. And Young Life Africa Children's Home is unique in many ways. The first thing is we started by focusing on a boy child empowerment, because every organization was talking about the girl child, everywhere it was about the girl child. And then when you look where we are located in Kiambu, especially Ruiru, many boy child, they have been forgotten, they are all in drugs and no one is talking to them. So we decided 15 years ago to start a children's home that mainly focused on the boy child. And our focus was also different. Many setup in a children's home is based on helping the kids with the basic needs, but there's no practical skill.
The home sources for street children and those vulnerable in the society.
We were focusing on the street children because that was the narrative then. And as we moved along, we realized that every child is in need of any help. So what we decided is we get the children from the street, but also we get children from other, as long as you're needy and vulnerable. And then we have also those that are referred from the police station. Maybe there's an issue with their family violence, so they're under protection of the police or the court, so they are referred to a children's home. We realize some of them, they're not in the street because they're needy. It's because of an indiscipline issue. So we have to go deep and confirm this child is indeed needy. And then we don't just, even after confirming, we look, the first option is, can we integrate you first in your family? If we can integrate you back or reconcile you back with your family, then there's no need to come to a children's home. So unless there's no one to take care of you, unless there's no home to take you, so we admit you in your home.
Young Life Africa Children's Home, which not only provides basic needs but training as well, engages in several projects.
Kunja samaki akiwa mbichi. For them to be what we want them to be, we need to train them now. So for us, we are practically training them apart from giving them the basic needs. And that is basically our humble children's home. If I may go back how it started like an empowerment. It was helter-skelter. We didn't have like a coordinated approach about it. And then we realized a child needs to be comfortable so that he can do what he loves. So we had to set aside a room, which we are calling it empowerment room. In that room, we call it like their freedom room. They can do anything creative without management coming and bothering them. So we opened our box. We didn't limit ourselves into the normal talent like singing, and we just say whatever you think you can do, that is your room. In that room, we've set a computer unit where 5 years ago, we used to call people to come and repair a computer. 5 years later, our boys are the ones repairing those computers. All of them, they did the basic computer class. All of them from class 7 up to form 4, they know how to dismantle a computer. They know what is a part of a motherboard.
Nilikuwa nafungua, naangalia kama hard disk iko sawa, RAM.
In that department, we have an engineering bench where we have boys who are divided from computer engineering, electrical, and we have one of them is mechanical. Some of the things that I've done, when visitors come, I don't ask for food. We realize every children's home, our visitors must bring food. So I ask for empowerment tools. One of the tools that I ask is dead electronics, screwdrivers, you see. So when they bring a dead television, it is the engineering department that repair it. Currently we have 3 televisions. None of them was bought in the market. It was brought as a dead television, and the boys, one of them is in class 5, another one in class 8, and another one is in form 2, and is very good. Other things that I've repaired is fridge, microwave, oven, and they're doing very incredible things. And then there's a boy in that section who is in class 7 who has done some innovation. One of them has built a money sanitizer. Currently we have a doorbell. Buying it in a children's home, it's very expensive to buy some things. In fact, they are more like secondary needs. So what we did, the boys provide solution that we need.
Nilitumia mota, nikatumia tupisto ambao na hard disk ya kompyuta. Na sasa nikatafuta battery yake hapa. Hii kitu sasa ikiwa kimeconnect kwa battery. Mota inazunguka, lakini kitu nimeiweka kaina ka off. Haka kitu kakizunguka inagonga mbao inagonga utu disk. Sasa inatoa masauti.
It's a very simple, funny looking tool, but it serves its purpose. Electricity is expensive. 2 of our boys have built a solar system that generates electricity in our home, and there's another one who is currently building a wind power system that is in the engineering sector. We have the mobile and repair section. We have a boy who is in class 6 who is amazing. He can do anything with a mobile phone. So he has his own bench where he does all the hardware repair and the software repair. And then on another bench we call it a music unit. What they do, we have 3 boys who have their own established channels on YouTube. So it was expensive for me to budget for such things. So I told them, God has given you the ability. Why don't you help me set up something? And they set up a studio, and all of them, they self-taught themselves how to produce music, and we produce our own music in the home. Our motto is less theory, more practical. Before you do something, I want to hear 30% of the theory of what you want to do, 70% do it, before even I can go further in investing or doing anything. So 6 boys, they want to be journalists. So how can I identify their passion in them? So we had to set up what we call Young Life Media. We have a very old camera. All 6 of them have been told how to edit video. And our YouTube channel is not run by any staff, it's run by the boys. They shoot the video, they edit, and they deploy it on the social media.
Jerusalema ikayalami ilondoloze.
We have a boy, last year he did KCP, he passed very well. He went for the Wings to Fly interview, he was admitted. He's now in one of the high school called Kanunga High. Before he went to class 7, he built a rocket and we launched it at our field. The same boy he's a painter, he's a multi-talented, he's a painter. He has built a pump that runs our fountain. He has built a lot of electronic invention. What he does that is amazing to me, he's learning about AI currently. He's done basic programming and he's going further, and he's in Form 1. He's learning about AI.
Art naifanyanga senye niko free, na pia kuna watu wananiambianga ni wachore. Sawa, nika kazi pia. Tuendelee kuwa more practical, because theory haiwezi saidia. Hata kusoma ni vizuri, lakini ukisoma utakula kitabu. Lazima ukuwe na kitu yenye itakupea something you can eat.
And then on the other section, we call it the art section. The art section is where we teach our kids what the school does not teach them. If you ask any kid right now, what do you want to be? He'll tell you the 4 culprits: doctor, lawyer, pilot, and engineer. Yet when you look at his grades, in reality, he cannot even get close to that. That's why some of them finish high school and they get confused. The only way to survive is drugs, just to be in an illusion world, and next is crime. So on that section is where we teach them what they're not taught in school. So in that section we have a salon. We have a boy in class 5 who can do dreadlocks, who can do pedicure and manicure, and is very good. The same, we have what we call fashion and design. Most of these kids, when they hear the word tailor, they they look down upon that career. They think like it's a village man career. So for us, we call it fashion and design. In that section, there's a boy in class 6, another one in class 4. They are making pillows and handbags. And then in the same area, we have what we call a kitchen. We call it young kitchen. The core of that kitchen is where memories and meals are made.
Here, training is done in a very unique way.
The thing is to make them one. The challenge is there. So what we did, we decided to make the empowerment program. That is our secret weapon. Because we realize an idle mind, it's a devil workshop. So the moment you admit a kid who has a drug problem, who came from the home because he's an orphan, there's still that pain. If you let them just sit around and they wait for the basic need, food, clothes, it will eat them up. So what we do, we keep them busy all the time. But we don't just keep them busy anyhowly. We focus on who they are, their skills, their passion. That's where we focus. If you're a musician, that's where we'll keep you busy at. That's your comfort zone. And that's basically what we do. And then next, our home is very, the neighbors, they're very welcoming, they're very supportive. And then we believe a child is not just for the mother and the father, a child is for the community. So we have involved the community. They come in as an aunt, as a grandfather, as a father, and that way they help them settle very fast in the home. Once we admit a child, it starts with where we started. Where we started, it wasn't like it is today. We made a lot of mistakes. From there, we built a system. So when a child comes, the first thing we do, of course, is the normal office work, registration, and all admission. Then we do basic counseling. We identify the problem and try to relate to the child. Then we try to see what is, when a child is speaking, most of them, they reveal their passion immediately. They'll just say, I'm a footballer, So we deal with the first thing they say that they love. That's what we deal with. So for example, if he tells me he's a musician, we have an established program that deals with music. We have more like a production unit in our children's home. So we quickly integrate him or link him with some of the boys who are already established so that he can continue. We have some boys whom it takes long for them to find themselves. They just think they know that they can do this. So for them, we try to give them something to do, and then from there we try to find some. As they continue, they'll just get bored in what I'm giving them, so they'll just try to find themselves slowly, and then we fix them in one area that we can nurture them.
Fred says the age limit for the children they take in is above 5 years.
We have an age limit where we admit kids. Mostly we say if he can take himself to the loo, like between 5 years and above, because we don't have the facility to take care for the smaller babies, and also we don't have facility for the disabled. So for us, 5 years and above, and it's not like you're discriminating, it's about the facility. So 5 years and above. Once you're admitted in the home, as I said earlier, there's that process of contact tracing. If we see we can integrate you back in the family. But if you qualify to be in our home, there's now the who are you, what made you come to a children's home. So we look at the problem. So we see what the type of counseling that you need, so that you can settle. We usually take about 3 to 6 months counseling. We don't just take them to primary school. So once they have, I cannot say completely heal the wound that caused them to be in the street or in the situation they are. But once you are somewhere that you are able to integrate with other kids in the community. In our home, we don't have a school. We take them to public school outside. So once we've done the counseling and you're ready, that's when we get you an admission in one of the public primary school. And then we have 3 schools that we have more like a partnership with them, because these children are very vulnerable. Anything another boy says, it's more like opening a wound. So we tell this teacher, this is a new boy and this and that, and they help us. So they go to school at around 7, they come back at around 5. So in the school days, we have teachers whom we have identified, whom they help us with also the counseling process. So once they finish primary school, we take them to high school. And for us, we made a choice of not taking them to a day school. We want them also we're more like building the Kenya. We want them to explore the Kenya too. So we take them to different boarding school, and then from there, once you've passed, we have some of them who have gone to university, and then some of them, they're doing great in life.